Yo, what is good, YouTuber? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're talking about this garbage. Are we serious, bro? Derrick Rose, Kevin Martin, and Bill Walton are three not exciting cards to me. I'm going to explain why. Julius Randle, maybe. Bill Walton, depending on changed animations, could be good as well. I'll say that. It is possible. But in general, we are looking at content here that looks just so extraordinarily mediocre. In my personal opinion, I'm going to tell y'all why I think this is the worst downtown 2K drop so far, and why I personally have very little interest really whatsoever in actually interacting with this content. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. Derrick Rose. Look, let's start with the obvious. He is the worst invincible card in the game. This is a 6'3" point guard who, I mean, you have to assume 2K will change his jumper, right? Like if you look at his Dark Matter, that card on paper was already not that far away from a 100 overall card anyway, in terms of the stats of bad. Is 99 speed, 94 three ball, 98 driving dunk. Defensively, way great stats outside of the interior block, I guess. Like, obviously these stats will all be 99 now. I don't think it'll make that big of a difference though. 6'3" with a 6'8" wingspan is an undersized point guard. Not to mention his jumper stinks. So he has Pro 2, he has Garland already. I assume he keeps those. If they don't, look, if they do this card dirty at all in terms of animations, he's not good, like even usable though, at a competitive level at this point. He's not at a high level. Okay, he's usable-ish, I guess, if you're good at the game, but he's not a high level point guard at all at his size at 6'3". With an elite jumper, maybe he's a fun, undersized point guard, best 6'3" and under point guard. But that's the ceiling with this card, is he has perfect stats, perfect badges, and which he's going to already have, obviously, but then also perfect animations. But Darren Williams basically has perfect animations. This card is basically going to move like Darren Williams. He's going to be a better slashing Darren Williams, is pretty much what you're looking at. Darren Williams is like 30K, maybe 35. This card is going to play very similarly to that Darren Williams. He's going to, realistically, this card will probably play like about a 50,000 MT card, would be my guess in terms of how good he is. Maybe if he's really souped, 75 to borderline 100K MT card. And he's probably going to be, he'll be the cheapest invincible, but he'll still be 300,000 or 400,000 MT, I would think, exclusively off of being an invincible. And then that's not to mention what I think is probably the most mediocre of the rest of the drop as well, compared to the other two drops we've gotten so far this season, where the other two drops this season, we got Rick Barry, who arguably the best attainable shooting guard in the game, extremely elite card. And then same story, or some auctionable shooting guard, auctionable attainable shooting guard anyway for Rick Barry. I would say there might be one or two better, but he's towards the top of the list when it comes to attainable shooting guards overall. He's an extremely good card. And then the week after, last week, we get Artis Gilmore, who's also really good. Not to mention Mitch Richmond, George Mikan, both pretty solid 100 overalls as well. Not exciting names, not the best cards in the game, both pretty good. Now, do I think Randle's going to be bad? No, I think Randle will be pretty good. I'm glad he's small forward eligible now. He didn't get a card in the playoff challenges, which was a little bit surprising to me, and I guess I was a little disappointed by that. Not really, but I mean, I was a little surprised by it. I thought he was going to get a card instead of Gobert in the last round that the Timberwolves won, that he got a card for. But basically, I mean, Julius Randle, his last card was small forward, which is good. 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan. This is a fine card. The thing is, if this is the card animation wise in terms of release that we get at this point, it's not going to be that great. He needs Garland dribble style. He needs elite SIGs across the board. You know what I mean? None of these SIGs are high level SIGs in my opinion. Not to mention the Curry step back, I don't like at all. So that's another thing about this card that's just like, for me, that's in of itself kind of a no-go when it comes to this Randle card, is that Steph drag back. So for me, I look at this card and I go, they would really have to overhaul his animations pretty extremely for him to be a truly top tier small forward at 6'8" at this point in the year. And look, he'll probably be decently affordable and he'll be an okay card, but he won't be a top tier card. He won't be worth picking up over some of the other top shooting guards in the game. He won't be atrocious, but he's also not a spectacularly exciting option whatsoever, in my personal opinion. I look at Randle and I go, I mean, I'd pay 150K for him probably. You know what I mean? He'll probably be a little more than that. He'll probably be 250 or 300K, but he'll be worth 100K realistically as a card, I would think. He'll be fine. He won't be spectacular at all. Kevin Martin and Bill Walton. I mean, look, Kevin Martin has a great shot. I remember liking his shot early this year when I tried it, but At the same time, does a great shot make a 6'5" shooting guard at this point in the year a high level card? I doubt it. Oh no, he's 6'7". I thought he was 6'5". Okay, so that's good. I was wrong about that. He's 6'7", 6'10" wingspan. This card could be good actually then, because he's got 93 3 ball, 85 driving dunk, and the speed and defense is good. If he has great sigs, he could actually be pretty good. Let me take that back. His jumper's nice. He's got Pro 2. If they soup his sigs, he could be decent. He's got Luka dragback too. Let me hold on. I might be wrong. I'm gonna be completely honest. I went into this drop with very negative initial thoughts, but I think I might be wrong about Kevin Martin. He already has a good jumper and Pro 2 fade on his base card, so he's guaranteed to have a nice shot and a good fade. If he gets great sigs, that's a good card. Not to mention, good chance he gets a change jumper as well. I mean, we saw them do it with Rick Barry a couple weeks ago. Like 2K is starting to change jumpers on a more consistent basis, even on some of the lower tier cards. So if Kmart gets change jumper, that's a good card. Like I think he could be very, very interesting for sure. And then I mean, Bill Walton, I don't know. He looks good. I'm not gonna sit here and say he looks unbelievably spectacular, but I would assume he's probably going to be pretty good. Like that's a name that has been good in the past. His opal this year sucked, so I will say that it's possibly stinks, but he's had a couple of decent cards and he has a dark matter. If they change his animations, he could also be pretty good. Again, that's a big if because I mean, his animations this year kind of suck. Last year he had pretty good jumper. He had MJ dribble style, which was the best. Well, that was not the best dribble style last year. I'm sorry, Kyrie with dribble style was the best last year, but he had okay movement. He was a decent card. This card came out at the end of May. This is beginning of June, so similar here. Probably looked very similar stat and badge wise to this card. If he gets great animations, he's a good card. If he doesn't, he's probably not, is the realistic truth about it. He could very easily be one of the more like just meh dark matter power forwards in the game though, which is not a very exciting card at all. So I don't know. I look at this drop. Kevin Martin, if he's really good, could make it a better drop for sure if he is an elite level attainable shooting guard in the same vein that Rick Barry was a couple weeks ago. That to me feels like a big if. I really don't know what they're going to do animation wise with that card, but at least there is a possibility there of him being really good. Julius Randle, at best, is probably Jason Tatum level. That's not super exciting. And then Bill Walton, I mean, at best is probably Jack Sigma level. At worst is probably not even worth considering using realistically if his jumper isn't changed and stuff. So I don't know. In my personal opinion, it's not that exciting of a drop, but it's not as bad as I initially thought it was when I looked at it. D Rose is an extremely unexciting invincible though, compared to Rudy Gay last week, who was a pretty exciting and really good invincible. So that definitely takes away from the excitement of this drop a bit, just knowing that it has the worst invincible in the game so far as like the headlining player, which I mean, again, no shade towards D Rose. And I know some of my Bulls fans out there are gonna be excited to see an invincible D Rose, and they'll probably be excited by the fact that he's gonna be cheaper than other invincible cards. But for somebody who just wants high level cards, he's not that, you know what I mean? So not an exciting name for me personally in this drop, but hopefully Kmart's good. If Kmart's really good, that will make the drop better, if nothing else. So we'll see. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.